Ladies and gentlemen, hey, hi, how you doing? Welcome back to the channel. Thank you so much for stopping by. It is a new week, and that, of course, that means we've got some new updates headed our way for Warzone and Modern Warfare 3. All things considered, this week should be relatively routine. We know we have a standard update coming up on Wednesday. We may or may not see some surprise patch notes drop throughout the week. We'll have to wait and see. And then, of course, at the end of the week, we're also going to see the first major Black Ops 6 reveal as well. But that said, we've got some new updates live in game that had some sort of like mini update patch notes associated with them, and we've got a good bit of detail into what to expect in the next few days as well. So starting first with a handful of updates that have gone live throughout the weekend, we actually saw several new gameplay updates drop, and all of them include some pretty interesting changes. So most of this is stemming from the COD Updates Twitter or X account. They say a new update is now out for Warzone. We've deployed a minor update with the two following items changing due to related issues. So they completely disabled the damage caused by the fiery residue of the thermobaric grenades. So when those do hit the ground, all the fire that would spread there, that's no longer going to do damage. They also completely disabled the crossbow's explosive bolt ammo in ranked play because with this past update, this was turned to be like a one-shot crossbow slash sniper style weapon, and obviously in ranked one-shot snipers or those one-shot style weapons are banned. Those are restricted, hence no full-on one-shot snipers. The Kar98K shouldn't be able to one-shot there, so the explosive ammo on the crossbow was sort of sneaking into the meta there, and you were able to use that for a bit, but that's now been completely disabled, and that won't return unless they change it so that that does not one-shot going forward. COD Updates also says a new update's live in Warzone. A minor update has gone live with the following change. The death tax in Buyback Royale has been reduced to 50%, down from 100%. So this was basically a big issue with buyback solos going on, where if you had cash and you died and you came back, all of that cash was being taken away. They say, to clarify, this means that players now respawn with half of the cash they have left after the 4,500 cost to redeploy. So there were a lot of issues with respawning and not having any cash left over to start that sort of second life or third life, fourth life, whatever the case may be. So that does make the ability to respawn over and over and over again a little bit easier, which is definitely nice to see. That's more similar to how it played back in Warzone 1. And then the update that personally I'm enjoying the most so far, they say for Warzone, new updates out. The heavy armor public event has been disabled in public resurgence playlists. For one, this event felt like it was happening like 3 out of 4 games, which was kind of obnoxious at a certain point. Also, on paper, I thought, hey, maybe having 50 extra health with the extra plate would be kind of cool. In application, did not enjoy it at all. Everyone, regardless of what gun you're using, turns into a bullet sponge. I was not a fan. I think the TTK, just as it is standard in Warzone right now, with either 2 plates with tempered or 3 plates by default, is in a very good place, all things considered. So adding in that extra health, personally was not a fan of that at all, and I'm very glad that they did disable that for resurgence there. We also have a couple of other updates and other previews that have been revealed via the Trello boards as well. So on the multiplayer slash the global Trello board, Sledgehammer does now have an actual card saying they are investigating that on the Kar98K. They're aware that no stock does cause some scopes to have like a weird obstructed view where the full scope isn't actually shown. It's kind of a weird one there. Like if you use the OG, the Recaller, I think it's called, that scope, and no stock, you can't really fully see downrange. So it's kind of odd there. They also have a fix scheduled where DNA bombs cannot be earned if you're using score streaks. You can only earn a DNA bomb if you toggle over to your kill streaks there. So it should just apply regardless. If you go on a 25 gun streak, you end up getting that DNA bomb. So that'll function across the board regardless of what streak selection you have after a future update. The Warzone Trello also has several new things listed here. So they do say they are looking into the find a party issue where players just can't end up finding a party when you're searching for that specifically and trying to get into a game. You'll just stay on the menu forever and ever and ever until you just queue up by yourself, right? So that entire feature seems to be completely bugged there. They also say they are investigating an issue preventing the top 250 leaderboard from updating correctly. So there's just some delays, some visual mistakes mistakes going on there. Obviously the SR is all tracking, but the actual physical leaderboard does not seem to be working as intended. The other new cards here are of course the other ones that we just covered via COD updates as well. So nice to see some full-on updates to the Trellos since the launch of season 4, since we really haven't seen much change on those in the past couple of weeks. By the way, as we are going through all the updates, previews, and everything like that, if you are new to the channel, this is your one-stop shop for everything going on in COD, or maybe you have not subscribed yet. Let's change that. So feel free to hit that sub button, turn on those post notifications to guarantee you're always in the loop with all the need-to-know info. And if you enjoy this video, do me a favor and drop a like. As always, it is really appreciated. Now, focusing a little bit more on what to expect this week with some upcoming updates, as I mentioned at the start, we do have a standard routine update dropping on Wednesday, the basic weekly update that we see every single Wednesday. With this, we are basically going to see a continuation of our current event going on in game. The whole critical countdown event is actually lasting for several weeks, and it seems like, I would imagine, week to week, we're going to see these additional DNA strands sort of added into the loot pool so we can start collecting those and earning the other various rewards that are going to be available that are currently marked as coming soon. So we should see some more updates happen specifically for the countdown event. But then also, in addition to that, we are going to see a new event drop on the 5th as well, and this is the Gundam Legends event. They say this is starting on the 5th and lasting all the way through the 19th actually, and the description of this one says, embrace the awesome power of the mobile suits, earn XP to unlock Gundam theme rewards, equip the various different Gundam skins for an XP boost. So this one is going to be strictly XP based. You'll have to go through, earn 500,000 or 1,000,000 XP, whatever the threshold ends up being, and then you'll get various different rewards for that of course are all Gundam themed. So that one's a bit more basic and a bit more straightforward than the critical countdown event, but it definitely is cool that we'll have two events sort of coexisting. Lots to do in terms of, you know, a checklist within MW3 and Warzone in the coming weeks. Of course, alongside our routine weekly update, we're also going to see some new weekly challenges drop. The week 2 challenges are going to arrive, and with this, according to the Datamines leaks, we should be seeing the Kastov 762 aftermarket part debut that basically completely eliminates all vertical recoil. So that one can be very interesting with how accurate you could make the Kastov 762 for sure. We'll also end up seeing a standard playlist update. There haven't been full-on details revealed for that, especially on the Warzone side. It doesn't really seem like they're previewing those all that much, but usually on Wednesday we see the multiplayer playlist update, and then on Thursday we see the Warzone playlist update. So we'll have more details on what to expect there on those respective days. And then lastly, again, as I started off talking about at the beginning of the video, our Black Ops 6 reveal, the major BO6 reveal, the first of its kind that's not just like a teaser on the Truth Lies website or something like that, is happening at the end of the week on June 9th as a part of like the Xbox showcase. So there will be a whole live stream for that, obviously with the Call of Duty Direct event, and you already know on this channel we're going to be covering that next Sunday. All the info that ends up surfacing from that, all the reveals, all the details you guys need to know, I'll have in depth right as it happens. So definitely be sure to hit that subscribe button if you want to stay up to date with that stuff. But of course, everything else in COD is covered here on a daily basis too. So do yourself a favor if you're looking to stay in the know. And if you enjoyed this video, also be sure to hit that like button on your way out. It's always really appreciated. But all that being said, that is going to wrap things up for this one. Once again, thank you so much for tuning in. And until next time, take it easy, have an awesome rest of your day, and I'll catch you later. Peace out.